Next we'll bring to you some rider hints, and they'll be brought to you by the Smart program. This week's topic's going to be on starts.
The race to the first turn is extremely important and very crucial. It can determine the rest of your race tactic, so it's very important to get your starts right. What I recommend first is grooming your gait. It's very important that you're confident that you put your best efforts in before you even start the race. So make sure you have a look at the gate prior to the racetrack. If it's muddy, try and pack the mud down. If it's dusty, try and clean the gate so you get the best drive and the best traction possible. Another important thing prior to the race is watch the starter. Generally the starter starts the same way time and time again, so you get a relatively good idea as to how quick he will drop the gate after the 5-second board comes up. When starting on the motorcycle, it's very important to bring your body weight forward. You do have to keep in mind though, on muddy days, that you do need to get as much traction on the rear wheel as you can, so you might need to put your body weight back just a little bit so you don't get too much wheel spin. But generally you do need to keep your body weight as forward as possible, because you're exploding your bike out of the gate and the front wheel will want to lift. Another important thing is to make sure you maintain balance off the start line. A lot of shorter riders generally start with one foot on the foot peg and another foot on the ground. What they don't realise is this causes the bike to be off balance. So I recommend you find yourself or get yourself a block. Especially if you are short, the block will make a big difference. Another important thing is when bringing your feet back onto the foot pegs, don't do it too quickly. Otherwise again you will upset the balance of the motorcycle and you will lose rear wheel drive in the straight line that you need. Don't try and dump the clutch too quickly. It's very important to feed the clutch out slowly, otherwise you will break traction and possibly loop the motorcycle out. Some riders choose to look at the gate next to them. I advise you don't look at the gate next to you, because again you're upsetting your balance. Look at the gate in front of you, look at the top of the gate, because that will be the first thing that'll drop. Another thing that's very important and extremely crucial is your reflex time and how quickly you can let the clutch out. There's no use holding the clutch in all the way until the handlebar, because it'll take a little bit longer to disengage as you allow it to come out. So find the point in which the clutch wants to disengage. Hold it there with the front brake slightly on, feathering the front brake after the 5-second board comes down, so you get maximum drive as quickly as possible. The quicker your response, the quicker you'll get out of the gate. It also doesn't hurt to practice with someone when you're doing this, so you can increase your reflex time. Also, if you're at your local track and the start gates work, use them as well. I recommend for 80 riders to start in second gear. The power band on an 80 and a 60 is extremely quick and revs out extremely quickly, so starting in first could cause you to loop out. On a 125 though, it's very important to get out of the gate extremely quickly, so I suggest you start in first and very quickly changing to second. On a 250, you can start in second, and depending on the type of power your bike has, you can start in third. And your bike might start better in first, second or third, but without practice you'll never know. One of the biggest things I do, and a lot of riders do, not only with their starts but with all types of riding and racing, is visualise. It's very important that you picture yourself getting the whole shot. Otherwise you've already defeated yourself before even getting to the start line. Last but not least, it's very important to practice your starts, because they do make up 90% of your race. If you end up last off the start line, you'll be chasing the field for the entire race. If you end up first on the start line and you get yourself a whole shot, the rest of the competitors will be chasing you.